What is going on, people? Let me fix my camera a little bit. Day number 7 of the 31 Days Half October series is upon us. For those of you who don't know what that is and haven't checked out the other 6 videos, what are you waiting for? But anyway, for those of you who want to know and don't know, this is my series where I do 31 horror movie reviews in 31 days. I'm not the only person who's doing this, so at the end of this video, go ahead, check the description, because I have a whole bunch of people linked that are doing some kind of 31 days of horror, 31 days of Halloween. I call it 31 days half October. The 13th Wolfman does it. Jonathan Moody, Moods. There's so many people that are doing it. Just check the show notes. Check the description for everybody else who's doing some kind of 31 days. And if you are and you don't see your name listed, let me know and I'll leave a link for yours as well. I do it a little bit different than some. I do more independent titles and I try to do them in alphabetical order. I'm not the only one who's doing independent titles. Check out Jonathan Moody as well. But like I said, you know, everybody's doing some kind of 31 days. So if you see a movie on mine that you might not want to check out or you've seen before, check out everybody else's channel so you can see a movie that you might not have heard of and you want to check out. Of course, everybody loves their horror movies in October, so check out my channel and everybody else's channel, and you won't be upset, or you know, you'll probably find something you've never seen. But before I get into today's movie, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button at the end in case you enjoy this review, and of course hit that bell button, even though this month you're not going to need it because I'm doing a video every day. But for further reference, for any other reviews or unboxings or whatever have you on this channel, hit that bell button so you can stay updated. But the main thing is, like I said, sub, like, and let me know in the comments if you've seen the movie or anything, you know, movies that you might watch or anything like that. But mostly, like I said, if you are doing 31 days, leave a link so I could check out as well. So anyway, today's letter, it being day number 7, with day number, 5, I did something a little bit different. I got a whole bunch of horror movies in the mail, so I kind of used that as one of the days. So technically today should be G, but today's letter is F, and the movie I chose was The Furies, and this is actually a Shudder original. It should still be on Shudder, I believe, but it's supposedly it's also coming out to theaters in end of October or something like this. I remember seeing it on Shudder, really liking it. Was wondering if it was ever going to get a release, and it did. I believe it was a couple weeks ago that this came out. But anyway, this movie was written and directed by Tony D'Aquino. It stars Arlene Dodds, or Airlie Dodds, should I say, as Kayla, who's the main character. Linda Nogue? NGO. I don't know how to pronounce that, to tell you the truth. Taylor Ferguson, among many others. So pretty much, like I said, the main character is a girl named Kayla, and pretty much what happens is, she wakes up in this, like, box. The tagline says a little bit, but it's almost like the Hunger Game, where you wake up and you're in a box and you don't know, or like Maze Runner or something like that, where the person wakes up and they're just in this area. And pretty much what happens is, I believe it's 10 different girls, or 8 different girls or something, a total of, I think it's like 8 girls. But pretty much what happens is they're in this wide, vast area, and now they're trying to, in the beginning, they're trying to kind of protect themselves and kind of go in groups, but you realize that they're not alone in this. So it's not only the girls, it's these like guys dressed up in these different outfits and stuff like that. But the thing is, they're all after the girls, except each girl has a character, or whatever you want to call it, protecting them. And these guys are now after everybody else, but they also are there to protect their, I guess, assigned girl or whatever you want to call it. So it adds a different wrinkle into it. Like I said, it's almost like the Hunger Games kind of deal, where it's every person for themselves kind of deal. And as the movie goes along, what, relationships were there are no longer there kind of deal. Who's trusting who and what's going on. But like I said, not only now do you have to worry about these killers, but now you're worrying about the other people there. Can you trust them? What's going on here? So it has a couple wrinkles in this that were actually really cool. It's certain parts are very intense and stuff like that. Like certain scenes are hiding, and certain scenes they're just trying to get away. It's very entertaining, to tell you the truth. I can't say enough about Shudder. For those of you who are looking for a lot of horror movies to watch, check out Shudder, because they're getting a whole bunch of stuff. It's more on the independent side, but you can't go wrong with indie horror movies, because that's where you get a lot of the different storylines and stuff like that they're not afraid, or they don't have these big companies changing their stories and stuff like that to fit the narrative, because nowadays a lot of the mainstream horror, it's all the same. So Furies, definitely one to check out. Like I said, if you're into survival type movies and stuff like that. Plus, I don't want to say it's a creature feature, because you can tell it is like people in masks and stuff like that. But, like I said, they are after, everybody except for their assigned person. So very interesting, very cool. I remember watching this, I believe, end of last year, and I'm like, I wish this came out with a physical media, and it finally did. So check out the Furies. What I do with every one of my reviews, I'll leave the link for the trailer of the movie so you can check it out. I'll leave the link to where you can purchase it. I believe this one should still be on Amazon, unless they took it off within the past couple days. But I got it off of Amazon, so I'll leave the link to where you can purchase it. And of course, like I said, if maybe you've already seen the Furies, or maybe this is not your cup of tea, check out everybody else who's doing 31 days, because I'm sure there's a bunch of movies out there that you might have forgotten about, or you never heard of, or something like that. So if my movie doesn't catch your fancy and it's not a recommendation for you, check out everybody else who's doing some kind. Share the love. Like I said, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoyed this review, and of course, like I said, hit the bell button. Even though this month I'll be doing a review every day, just hit the bell button so you know when I do upload more stuff. So yeah, I guess until tomorrow, until day number 8, enjoy yourselves, watch some horror movies, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys.